Hello guys, we're back for part 5. Okay, I didn't think we were gonna get so long. I hope my friend, I was about to say, I hope my phone has enough storage. But I was leaving off kind of getting on a roll talking about how important it is to have a spiritual team and how they need to be your fence. A lot of people in the spiritual community say you should start with ancestors before you know, go through other types of spirits or deities. I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. It definitely depends on what kind of ancestors you have and the history of that. Like I was saying, a lot of us come from all kinds of ethnicities and backgrounds, cultural backgrounds. Not all of us are even from America, stuff like that. It's really fun, really beautiful. You might, like I said, that's why you talk to your people and you just make sure that you ask them to be of, like, you know, the highest benevolent aid to you or whatever you got to say to create that space of only those people coming in so that you can receive proper messages. I'm sorry it's getting so dark over here, but I'm trying to still keep going with this. But yeah, basically, it's giving that this person didn't do it. Because also, like I was saying, when you get involved with the jinn, it can just be very dicey. Jinn have free will, just like humans, okay? As far as I know, they are the only spirit type being to have that same amount of free will in that way. I'm guessing, like, even passed over spirits and, like, even the ancestors have to be under certain parameters, but I think the jinn can be a little bit more free, just like us. Don't quote me on that, because I'm still learning, as we all are. That's another reason why it's just very dicey to work with them, because, you know we all interact with humans on a daily basis. There are just so many complexities, there's so many inner machinations of the mind that it's like you just never really know where someone's coming from or, like, what their spirit is like. And so much can just overlap. It's all a spectrum, you know. Not all good is purely good, but that's on the spectrum. And then not all evil is purely evil, but that is also on the spectrum. A lot of stuff all meets in the middle and mixes in the gray area, and that can ebb and flow over time. You know, people don't always stay in one state. So, you know, I can get on here and wax philosophical about, you know, humanity spectrum, blah, 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 all day, but not going to. Already did. But what I'm saying is, with spirit world in general, you know, we already can't see it. Well, most of us. Some people can. But it is a little bit more invisible compared to just walking up to a human. But even then, like, you just have to just make sure you're testing things. Make sure you're not rushing into things. Make sure you're taking time to develop relationships with things. Now, a lot of these energies and entities are extremely old, even older than you think they are. So they could possibly play the long game. So you could spend a lot of time vetting them, and then, you know, on the 200th day, you're like, oh, I can trust you. And then that's when they decide to, like, lay their trick. And you know what? That just happens. It's just part of the spiritual game. Don't beat yourself up for it. Just, you know, that's why you're supposed to know your P's and Q's before then, of, like, you know, your basics: protection, banishing, warding, all kinds of stuff like that. That's why you're supposed to know that before that point, and also have your base spiritual team on point, so that you can be more so protected from anything going wrong, basically. What else? So yeah, so they might have confided in a couple people, or, like, someone who found out. Maybe someone found them out and they're like, oh, don't tell anyone what I did. Don't tell anyone. So not on top of the fact that you're targeting a person that you shouldn't be targeting, you're also a bitch. You're also a bitch. That's crazy as hell. You doing all this shit behind the scenes to destroy someone you don't know, then there's the possibility of them finding out. Now you scared. Oh, I don't want nobody to know. No, if you're gonna attack someone, even if you don't have no damn reason to, the least you can do is do it with your chest. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, this shit's starting to irritate me already. Like, I hate that shit. They want to do all this shit and throw stones in a glass house, or throw stones behind their hand, and then when time comes, you know, be buck about it. As a man in society where the system is set up for you to succeed. You can't even stand in that power. You can't even stand in the power that's already created for you. Weird ass behavior. I don't know. Again, like I said, they could be making this woman sick, but it's also giving they may be sick now, and it may be really bad, like plague. Like a lot of the plagues, once you started showing signs that you had it, baby, that's why the clock is ticking down here, because it's only a matter of time. And then the plague is across from there. Is nothing that they can do. So they racked up an insane amount of just consequences for their actions, it seems like, and now they have to pay the piper. Like, you did this. You woke up and you did this for some dumb shit because you wanted to be seen as handsome, because you was hating on somebody's spiritual development. And like, if you're within the song of the universe, if you're just like going with the wave of the universe and being in the universal song, you're literally minding your business. You're literally in your own world. That's why I was like, she might not even see this man or acknowledge him. And maybe that's another thing that made him mad. Like, she'd never see me. I'm gonna show her. Gonna show her. She should have known that even though I never said anything and I'm hiding behind like fake identities, she should have known that she should come over to me and fall at my feet. Yeah, because she's a wild woman, but with my internal power, she should have known to bow in front of me. Like, that's what the energy is giving. And this person, I know I said hiding behind fake identities. They could be hiding behind fake accounts if this goes into the online realm. But also, it's important to note, they're hiding behind these two. Okay, let's go back to talking about the Infernos. And I'm going to try to get this done in this video, but we'll see. So, Asmodee and King Paimon, like I said, I know for a fact King Paimon is associated with beauty. He's known as being very beautiful. And then Asmodee as well can work in the realm of glamours, right? So this person is hiding behind, like, they feel their most boisterous when they're hiding behind infernal energies, right? But in real life, like I said, when you peel back those translucent spiritual layers, there's nothing in this person. This person is a shell. This person is empty. This person, I can't even call them the void, because even the void is something from which things come out of, right? The void could technically be a hub for creation. This person is not even the void, and they're not even the abyss. I have no clue how to describe what I'm seeing in the mind's eye to you guys and what I'm feeling, but it's literally vacancy. There is nothing there. It feels like I was gonna say it feels like walking into an empty room. It doesn't even feel like that. The room is not there. There is nothing there. That shit is tripping me out so bad. Like, so anyway, yeah, this person is like, if this person feels that empty, it's like they're way past the point. Their clock has been gone, which is weird. So it's like, how are you even still here on this plane? I don't know. And maybe that's why they're doing all this messy stuff, because there is nothing in them. It could be that they're already being, like, their vessel is already being controlled by other forces. I'm not even saying the Infernals are doing stuff. I'm saying it can be literally anything else. They could be just inhabited by several different things, lesser things, that just want to cause chaos and pain and attack people, because that's the essence of what those things are. I have no clue. But yeah, they tried to keep it secret, but it's kind of giving that whether the cat got out of the bag or not, they already are reaping the repercussions of their actions that they shouldn't have done. Possibly due to that woman's alignment in the universal song, and how balance has already been restored or is currently being restored. And that's what the fuck you get, bitch. Period. Z-snap. Alright guys, I will go ahead and end that read here because I don't want to get too deep. But if you ever do want to hear me ramble, I think I'll add some of those on YouTube and just see whoever wants to listen to this. Okay, bye!